What's up, Shinigami Kai? Shinigami here. I know it's been a while since I posted a video, which is why I decided to come through with a special bit of content for you. So, a YouTuber I have followed for a long time who's actually reacted to several of my fights, even before I did Street Beefs, back when I was sending him videos of my old karate tournaments and like MMA division stuff. Fight Commentary Breakdowns, Jerry from Fight Commentary Breakdowns. A few weeks ago, I actually went down to Santa Monica to hang out with him, and he invited me to try out his Capoeira class. So today, we are going to watch me make an absolute fool of myself, trying to step outside of my box and my comfort zone and try an entirely new, entirely different martial art that's very unique. I hope you guys like it. Without further ado, let's go watch me try to Jinga. So here we are, or here I am at Capoeira Besuro in Santa Monica, California. We're warming up with the Jinga and doing a couple of kicks just to start with. Now, obviously there's some stretches first, but I didn't think you guys want to see that. This class is run by Maestra de Batata, who also owns the school, obviously. He's been doing Capoeira for a long time, but I don't want to spoil that. It's the end of the video. It's very, very different from what I'm used to. The first couple of kicks we did were kind of easy because they're, you know, a front kick is a front kick. It's very much the same mechanics, even with the movement they do call the Jinga. Really felt like I was doing a better job with the Jinga when I was doing it, to be honest. I can see now, rewatching this, that I need to, I definitely need to fix my width of my stance there. Everybody else has a longer stance. Kind of makes it easy for them. So, you know, we went from the front kick to the roundhouse, right? Very, very basic, very easy. Had my confidence up, and then it got complicated. Right now, we start doing. We're jingaing, we're kicking. Now we start doing stuff where we start dropping, and that's where it starts to get tricky. Then we do an outward crushing kick. I think they call it queixada, and then the like a spinning crescent outward kick, queixada, amada. Probably pronouncing that wrong. He's correcting my form here because it's not supposed to be a heel kick, like I said, or hook kick. It's a crescent. So once I kind of got that, it made it a little easier. Also notice my hands aren't high enough. I keep dropping them when I kick. Once I started spinning, I started to get some blisters. I thought that my feet would have enough callus on them from karate and jiu-jitsu to not get blisters, but that floor is not as smooth as it looks.
If you look like this, your spine change, and your hip is gonna change.
So here we, this is the first combo, like real combination, we started to do. And that right there is just me trying to, I wasn't trying to show off or anything. That was just me trying to pop my hip flexor a little bit because it gets locked up sometimes. And it was starting to get locked up doing all these drops I'm not used to. So I guess I shouldn't say this is the first combo. This is the first real, more advanced capoeira kick that I learned that day, as you heard Master Batata explaining earlier. And now it's time to put it all together. And this is where I really make a fool out of myself. I did it for you guys. There's Jerry from Fight Commentary Breakdowns, who invited me to this class. And as you can see, he's very, very good at it, very smooth. I think he says he's been doing it for about 6 months, maybe. Versus me looking all sloppy. Very, very beginnerish. Like I said, there is nothing in this world that will make you feel like you know less than you thought you did than picking up a martial art that's so drastically different than what's conventional, or you know, even just slightly different. Even Taekwondo, when I was trying that out for a little while, just on top of my Kempo and everything, it was kind of awkward for a similar reason. I mean, difference in terms, difference in application, same kind of kicks. Is, you know, essentially just the application. So right here, same thing. I'm still having a problem with the, you know, which leg I need to drop back and everything. But I start to get a little better each time. And then we decided to do it on the other side, go in the opposite direction. This is where I start to get a little bit better at it. But he's explaining what I need to fix. See, that was the thing that's awkward. I'm not used to dropping back with the same leg behind necessarily when I spin around like that. But Master Batata is a very good and patient instructor. Very kind. Definitely wish I lived a little closer, because I wouldn't mind picking this up as another more serious, in a more serious fashion, in a more regular fashion. I think it would get me in a lot better shape and help me get out of awkward positions a little better, because you have to put yourself in awkward positions like this right here in order to do a lot of these movements. Jerry again. I think I was kind of hanging near him in the line just because he's the only person I kind of knew there. But yeah, super noob looking here. Like if you didn't know what else I do, you would probably think I've never done martial arts in my life.
There you go. Right here. Like that. How's that for an intro class?
Okay, harder than it looks. Now for the hardest part of the day before the Hoda, which is, I don't know if I would want to call it capoeira sparring, but it's definitely the closest thing kind of to it. But here's where I thought I'd see if I could try to do this cartwheel flippy stuff. And not from there. It's funny because Jerry's physical therapist was there watching too, and that's actually the guy in the back in the shorts there outside the window, just standing there watching. And Jerry pointed out that of common injury in capoeira is shoulder problems, and the physical therapist pointed out that a lot of those shoulder problems are from a lot of these moves like this, where they have to put all their body weight on one shoulder. Like the more advanced guys were doing there. And yeah, Sometimes you get a little better with practice, sometimes you just don't quite get it, and I just did not quite get it there. So now we're kind of putting some other stuff together, doing like double Amada, shout out Amada, and then just doubling up on it. I think, yeah, something like that. As you can see, he's very detail oriented, and that's a hallmark of a good instructor. And the ability to kind of pick up on those details is key to improvement. And a matter of fact, this actually has helped me fine-tune my karate back kicks too. I was practicing spinning heel kicks the other night, and they were a lot sharper, a lot faster, and a lot more powerful. Just from trying to do this, like that X alignment, like he was talking about, for this right here. I mean, look at this. This dude is phenomenal. He's definitely not a spring chicken, but he definitely moves better than all the people that he's teaching right now, who are, some of whom are like 18, 19. There's Jerry making it look easy. You just kind of got to stand in awe of these guys who do this. Like, I have a newfound respect for Capoeira. Not that I ever had a disrespect for it. I think a lot of people misunderstand what this art is, and try to denounce it as being effective at all. I think like a lot of things, there's what people perceive from what little they get exposed to and the reality of it when you start diving a little more in. And I've said that about Kempo demonstrations a lot too. And now it's time for the Hoda right here. This is the where you really get to see the I don't want to say necessarily practical application, but the demonstrational application of the art, and it shows where you're at with your abilities. They don't really hit each other. I mean, they say they try to, but I think it's more of a dance. I think that's really rooted in the history of Capoeira, which comes from slaves having to hide how they were training in order to get ready for a revolution and uprising. And here's me trying to Hoda. And I knew I was going to look bad doing it, but you know what? If you're going to dive into the fire, you got to dive all the way into the fire, right? So I tried it. I hopped in. You know, I managed to flow in a little better than I expected to. It was awkward, but and then of course Jerry wanted to get in there, and props to him for. Props to all these guys that I hoted with for doing their best to accommodate my lack of experience. That it's absolutely incredible how easy it looks when you see guys who know what they're doing this versus trying to do it when you don't have a clue. And in that light, you know. Credit to the, I had to have some footage of these guys who knew what they were doing. This guy running around his partners kind of also led to something interesting. And look at that. those handstands, man. That's one of the things that impresses me a lot about Capoeira is those handstands. You can see some of Jerry's jiu-jitsu conditioning coming out too from when he was doing that. The bear crawls and the crab walk there he did. I mean, it's kind of in there, but that was way more crab walking than what these guys are doing. But that running in circles bit, as you'll see in a minute, actually led to the revelation of something I never really noticed, is the built-in, kind of hidden in their takedowns that they have in Capoeira. Like, most of the time you don't see them do takedowns because they're never really making contact, but apparently they do teach some really effective takedowns for the positions that they can potentially get in with an opponent. I know I've seen Marcus Aurelio do something amazing that I talk about later. But I think this right here is when the gentleman in the yellow shirt hops in a second. I think he does the running in circles thing again. This guy was trying to get in several times. They were, I mean, they had just started. And just look at the fluidity of their movement. It's so impressive. There he goes, doing it again. So that right there leads to this really interesting takedown lesson from Maestre Batata, which you're about to see right now. But I mean, damn, just look at this. This is amazing. This is absolutely amazing. I think a lot of this fluidity and
so everything I saw, if you're running like here, I wasn't here. If you're like here, you're running close to me like this, okay. I gotta put him down. Somebody running me that close, you gotta control my head. Whatever I think somebody that's gonna move around here, control the head. If you come in, I control the head. You cannot do that, come here. If I stand my foot in here, I give it to him, only if I need. Sometimes I do for him, give me a bundle. Here, bundle. No, bundle, understand? But I mean to do. But I mean here for nothing. He's kicking my leg. Down. Like I said, movement has to be for you. I want to do that because I have a plan. Capoeira is not baby. Nice. It's chess game. Strategy fights, it's chess game. Not a lot.
this area was kind of hard not to laugh at because it was such a funny analogy. You know. Dice versus chess.
It's close. It's far. Yeah, it's close. Awesome. That's why God said they don't have it here.
There's something any good martial arts instructor is going to go over is depth and range and reach. How to increase your reach and your range, or maximize it, I should say, not increase it.
I make myself bigger. I'm a short guy, but I look like 6 foot tall.
It's always interesting when you go from what you know to something else.
Yeah, somewhat.
Yeah. Thank you.
My pleasure.
How long have you been doing Capoeira?
4 years, like 49.
49 years? It's different, definitely harder than it looks. I've seen Olivia start like 50 million times and I'm still not ready for this. Alright, Shinigami Kai, as you can see, I found out
or really not even found out, but I got a good reminder that, you know, even though I already know this, sometimes you really need a visceral reminder that it doesn't matter how much you know of a certain martial art or a couple of martial arts. There's always going to be some new thing that you can pick up that's going to show you how little you know and how many new concepts there are in the world to learn. And before I get a bunch of weird stuff in the comments about, well, Capoeira wouldn't really work in a fight. A lot of martial arts that people think don't work will work. As a matter of fact, speaking of fight commentary breakdowns, there's a Wing Chun practitioner, if I recall, named Chilala, who has tested his Wing Chun in full contact competition in MMA, kickboxing, and used it and won fights with it. So it's not about what style you train, with the exception of maybe Aikido. It's how you train it, how you pressure test it, how you learn how to utilize it and modernize it and evolve it, right? If you think that Capoeira is useless, go look up Marcus Aurelio. That dude's a monster. And he wins MMA fights using Capoeira. So, yeah. It was a fun experience. Maybe one day I'll pick up Capoeira more seriously. But that's it for now. Shinigami out.
Shinigami, samurai master, straight up out the land of Lancaster. No one stronger, ain't no one faster. Turning the opponents into Caspers, ghosts, disasters. We don't do no waiting, where I'm from we attack them. Swift KO kick to the chin, leave them napping. Sniff, take a whiff, that's the smell of victory. Better fear, making all my peers' careers history. Big dubs, all we catch is big dubs. Karate chops to his tops, leave them big slumped. Humble beast, beefing in the street. We don't take no loss, you gon' catch defeat. You gon' catch a fist.